Okay, lesson 26. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to take an exponential form, a logarithmic form, and write it in exponential form, because this is in log form right here. So remember that this is called your base, okay, and this will always be the same as the exponent, because a log is an exponent. So a logarithm is an exponent, so it's the exponent. So that means you're going to do 64 to the y power equals 4. Now what you want to do is you want to change this to a base of 4. So 4 has to be taken to the third power. Okay, now we know this is a 1, right? Now what I want to do is I want to realize that this is the same thing as saying 4 to the 3y then equals 4 to the first power. Therefore, just logically speaking, if 4 to the 3y equals 4 to the first, then 3y must be to the first power. So y is 1/3. Okay? So then we would rewrite this in exponential form. So that would be 64 to the 1/3 power equals 4. Okay? This says write the equation in logarithmic form. Okay, so just you following the same thing we did here. Remember, y was the exponent, so 3 is going to be like the y. The 64 came from the base right here, right? So log base 6. And then the 4 is what was equal to. So that was 216 right here. Okay? All right. This one right here, we're going to change it to exponential form, and then we're going to solve it. So this is the base to the exponent equals that number. Now I can solve it. So this is 1 over x squared equals 9 over 4. So what I want to do is I want to take the square root of both sides. And that will give me 1 over x, and that's going to give me 3 over 2. So if 1 over x equals 3 over 2, then x equals 2 over 3. Okay, let's do it again here. So x to the 1/3 has to be equal to 5. For me to find out what x is, I want x to the first power, so I'm going to cube it. So I cube both sides. That'll give me x to the first, and that'll give me 125 for x. Okay, let's try another one. So we have 8/9 to the 4th power equals x. Okay, so then you just take each of those to the 4th power. You can do that in your calculator, and you get what x is. Okay, now another log rule is that if you have a multiplier here, that it can become an exponent. So what that means is this 2 can be moved as an exponent on the x, like this. For the same reason, the 3 can be moved as an exponent. Okay, now, on both sides of this equation, it's log base 2, right? So if that's true, then x squared has to be 4 to the 3rd. That's the only thing that would make that true. So if I want to find what x is, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So I have the square root of 4 to the 3rd. So what is that? Well, what's 4 to the 3rd is what you need to think about. Well, that's 64. So what's the square root of 64? It's 8.